Community Nursing Journal Entry, Day 2. It is a strange thing to think of a gang as a business, but that is what it was described as. My initial thoughts of a gang being only a menace is seriously beginning to be questioned. The way my contact speaks about the gang, it is shocking to think that they have rules about selling to children and want to help the community they live in. The gangs come together to improve not only themselves but the community that they are a part of. They put money into positive aspects and they help to improve the community. Good afternoon, how are you doing today?
Eat, sleep, and think. That's all I can do here.
What do you think about?
What's there not to think about when you're in prison?
Well, last time I was here, you said you would tell me a little bit about the housing authority. What's that all about?
Some people just have special connections to the housing authority, and we got to pay them our dues because they have the right to shut us down.
How can they do that?
Well, they call one person and we're evicted.
But can't you call the police or somebody from the housing authority?
What am I supposed to say? Hi, I'm calling because I'm being evicted for selling drugs out of my apartment. But someone decided to bust me? It doesn't work like that. And that's why I'm here. A cop decided to bust me, We pay our dues to the police as well because they know what's going on. They're not stupid. And I didn't have the time to come up with the money for them that month, and they took me in. They know that the next person that replaces me is gonna pay their fees because they know what happened to me. I'm sitting in jail.
So wait, you're telling me you had to pay off the cops? How did you even get involved in your first gang?
Well, I didn't really have much of a choice. My dad left, and it was just me and my mom. I was in school, I got great grades, and I would have graduated, but my senior year, my mom got sick. And I had to do what I had to do. I dropped out of school and had to get a job to pay the bills because my mom was sick. And someone came to me and offered me a position, and I started dealing, and it went from there.
So wait a minute. Do you do any drugs?
Of course I don't do drugs. What do you think, I'm a fool? I only sell the stuff. I only sell it to the people that want to piss their life away. I don't have time for that stuff. I need to keep my head clear so I can make my money and pay my bills. I can't even believe you asked me that. Have you not learned anything, college? Don't judge me. You know what, you can come back next week and finish up your little project. I'm done with this.
Community Nursing Journal Entry, Day 3. I need to leave my perceived notions about gang life and members behind as I go into my last interview. I have offended my contact and have not apologized. Gangs and their families live in poverty. Although there may be money involved, their families are struggling. They live in conditions that are not ideal. They struggle to survive, often fearing losing their housing. I am beginning to look at these people as people instead of projects. Listen, I'm sorry about last week. You were right. I came in with preconceived notions about gang life. And I'm sorry.
Wow, well, do you think you learned anything from me?
Well, yeah, I did. But I have just one more question.
Ask away, college girl.
What do you plan to do when you get out of here? What are your future plans?
Well, I'm just going to keep doing what I got to do. I need to take care of my family, my mom. She's sick, my kids. The day the system gets better and provides for me, the day that when I call the police and the ambulance, they actually come, I'll worry about going back to school and getting a good job and doing better for myself. But until that day comes, I just got to do what I have to do.
Community Nursing Journal, Day 4. It is not fair to those that live in the poverty. They are not given the same treatment as the rest of society. When emergencies arise, assistance is not available. They do not have access to the same opportunities granted to those of higher society. In conclusion, my contact helped me to see that it is a system that has to be overhauled, and until the day it is, we have to take care of each person regardless of color, creed, or economic level, as an individual with their own problems and background. Ultimately, this experience has allowed me to become more accepting and understanding of those living in poverty.
God forbid you ever had to wake up to hear the news.